Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers Newark Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm excited to be here. I took this class last week with Coach Mike, and I really enjoyed it. It was interesting to see how he's doing things and how he brought in his love for language into the class, and he had a poem. So that was very inspiring. I'm excited for him that he is now continuing with teaching English. So I have this little pocketbook by Pema Chodron. Pema Chodron is a Buddhist nun, American Buddhist nun, and she has written a number of books. And she has these very short passages. So Coach Mike inspired me to do something similar, but I'm going to use Pema and not a poem. So the message she had, so I'm going to read this before the meditation at the end. But the message, or the main message, is start where you are. Start where you are. Sometimes we want to be somewhere else. Like, I wish I was this or that, or I wish I was somewhere else. And that's kind of, well, we can do that, but it's not really helpful. I am here. I am who I am. I know what I know right now. So if I want to, like, this is the place to start. Start where you are. Okay, so let's start this physical practice. By finding your seat. Always the hardest part to sign up. You guys all did it. You decided to click on that Zoom link and be here. That's, for most people, that's the hardest part. If you want to, you can bring awareness to your feet, lifting the heels and the toes. Checking in with earth. And then bringing your awareness to your sitting bones, noticing how the sitting bones are connecting to the chair. And then bringing the awareness to the crown of your head. And maybe you'd like to shift in between these three places: the soles of your feet, your sitting bones, and the crown of your head. You can stay here for as long as, or as little as you like. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And then maybe bringing your awareness to your breathing. And noticing what kind of breathing you're using this morning. Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it deep? Is it shallow? If you'd like, you can place a hand on your lower belly. And maybe allow the belly to expand on the inhale. And move closer to your spine on the exhale. That's a possibility. Inhale, the belly is expanding. Exhale, navel is moving closer to spine. And then if you want, you can place your hands on your knees and starting to wake up the spine by doing this cat-cow movement. Exhale and round your back. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, round. Inhale into back bend. And then keep on doing that for a while, following your own breathing. Connecting breath with physical movement. You can do it fast, you can do it slow. You can change it up and notice what you like better. And really feel your spine, every vertebrae, moving separately together. So all the vertebrae are together, creating a spine, but they are separated by discs. And then eventually coming back to neutral, placing the hands in cactus, and then gently twisting from side to side. Moving the spine and the shoulders and your body in a slightly different way. And waking up other parts of your body this morning. Wonderful Wednesday. I like how C comes up with this different names of the week. And then maybe start swimming forward, swimming backwards. Maybe flying, or maybe breaststrokes. Maybe butterfly. I don't know how to swim butterfly, but I have seen people doing it. It seems pretty amazing. And then coming back to neutral. Maybe lift your shoulders up and down a few times. Inhale up, exhale down. And then back to neutral. Checking in with your soles of the feet, sitting bones, crown of the head. Noticing your breathing. Start where I am. Start where you are. And then if you want to, you can look at your thumb and then create this big circle. Look at the thumb or the thumbnail, or look and make big circles. Make big circles. You can go one way, and then maybe you want to try and go the other way. And then back to neutral. Checking in with earth, sitting bones, crown of the head. And then shifting to the other side, look at the left thumb, creating big circles, big circles, big circles. One way and then the other way. And then back to neutral. Okay, let's wake up the fingers. So like blinking stars, open and close the hands, like really spreading the fingers as much as you can. And then maybe bring them up towards the ceiling or the sky, and then down, blinking stars. Notice how this works, all the small muscles in the wrist and the forearm. And when you get tired, continue a little bit longer. Maybe grabbing stars from the sky and bringing them down. Working all those small muscles in the forearm and the fingers and the hands. And when you get tired, notice it. Continue a little bit longer. That's when we start building strength. When we continue a little bit longer, we're looking for discomfort, but no pain. Discomfort, no pain. And then release. Okay, this time, place your hands behind your back, holding on to like opposite elbows or somewhere on your forearms. And then sit here. Notice where you feel tightness. And then use the breath. One way is to imagine breath like water, like warm water, rinsing, cleaning, healing. So using your breath, inhale into the tightness, allow that breath to rinse, clean, and heal whatever needs to be rinsed, cleaned, and healed. And on the exhale, allow your body to open up a little bit more. We're going to stay here a little bit longer. And then release one of the arms. I'm going to release my right arm. One of the arms, shake it out, and then bring it up, and then tap yourself like in between the shoulder blades. So towards Gomukhasana. And then stay here. I'm using my head to gently guide that top arm back a little bit, sitting tall, checking in with earth, with my feet, sitting bones, crown of the head. Allowing the shoulders to open up. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, bring that arm back down. Release the other one, let it like shake it up a little bit, and then bring it up, and then tap yourself in between the shoulder blades or somewhere in that area. I'm using my head to gently guide that arm back and up. Sitting tall, using my feet to push into the earth. Sitting bones are stable on my chair, crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Finding any tightness in your body, use the breath as like warm water, rinsing, cleaning, healing, softening, lubricating. And then release, let both arms go, let them hang heavy, shake it out, maybe lift the shoulders up and down a few times. And then release, and then start to just like clap your hands on your knees. And then coming to stillness, shift your weight from sitting bone to sitting bone. And then creating big circles. You can go one way, and then you can go the other way. Coming to stillness, bring your feet together to Tadasana feet, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, and then lifting that knee, creating big circles, opening up that hip joint. And then step that foot out wide. Elbows on your knees, lengthen the spine. The crown of the head is reaching in one direction, and your and the tailbone is reaching in the opposite direction. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can bring your hands down to the floor, maybe drop the head. Maybe you want to walk your hands towards your feet, then use your elbows to gently guide the knees wide. Inhale, come back up. Now we're going to take that right leg and place it in a figure 4. So we're seated pigeon, seated pigeon. If you want to, you can use your fingers and place the fingers in between the toes. So opening up the toes. Using the right elbow to gently guide that right knee out. And then we're going to stay here for a few moments. There's no rush. Start where you are. Finding the tightness somewhere. Everyone is going to feel this in a different place. I feel it in my outer hip. My outer hips are weak and tight, and I kind of know why. Working on it. If you'd like, you can lean forward. Maybe do some movement with your legs. Find something that works for you. Everyone is different. And then releasing back to neutral. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Left knee comes up, making big circles. And then stepping that knee wide, elbows on knees, lengthen the spine, crown of the head goes in one direction, the tailbone is in the opposite. If you'd like, you can place the hands on the floor, maybe drop the head. Maybe using your elbows to gently guide the knees wide. Inhale, come back up. And then place that left knee in seated pigeon, like a figure 4. If you want to, you can use your fingers, place them in between your toes to open up those toes. Left elbow is gently guiding that left knee out. Just lengthen the spine. Use your breath as some kind of warming, lubricating, healing liquid or water or way. And then release. Come back to neutral. And then start clapping your legs. Okay. You can clap them all the way up and all the way down, maybe the forearms, maybe your feet, and then not the forearms, the lower legs, knees, upper legs, maybe your belly, maybe your back, maybe your arms, cheeks, top of the head, and then back to legs. And then release. Okay, now we're going to work the legs a little bit. So I'm going to sit far back on my chair. Feet are hip distance apart, and we're going to go up and down a number of times. So checking in with earth, and then using my arms, transferring. I'm going to bring the heels a little bit further back, transferring the weight forward and up, and then go back down again, back to the chair, and then go up and down a few times. And just notice how am I using my weight, transferring the weight and my muscles to come back up and down, building strength. You can keep on doing this, or if you want to add on, you just gently touch the chair and then you come back up again. Gently touch, but you never sit down. That's going to build more strength. Another way you can do this is to gently touch the chair and then stay there. Stay a little bit longer than you want, feeling the burn, building strength, and then when you can't take it anymore, come back up. Maybe sit down, come back up, and play with this and see what works for you. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to sit down? Do you like to do quick ones? Maybe you like to jump. So playing with building strength in the legs by using the chair and then eventually coming up to standing. Okay, here's standing. I'm going to bring my feet a little bit wider and then bend my knees and let the arms go. Bend my knees and let the arms go. And the more I bend my knees, the more strength I build. So this is up to me. I can choose to just bend a little bit, or I can bend a lot. That's up to you. What does your body want today? And then let the arms go, look behind you. And then come back to stillness, arms in cactus, gently twisting from side to side. If you want, you can bend your knees when you do this. Work a little bit more with those leg muscles. There's so many ways of practicing. And then start swimming. And you can take really long strokes, or you can take small strokes. You can swim really fast, or you can swim backwards. Like, what do you want to do today? Or maybe you want to do breaststrokes, or maybe you want to do butterfly. And how much do you want to work or use your legs? All right, and then come back to neutral. Look at the thumb. Inhale, look at the thumb, creating a big circle. I'm doing that a few times. And then coming back to neutral, bringing the awareness to the soles of the feet. And then look at the other thumb. Inhale, exhale, creating that big circle. Awareness is on the soles of the feet, connecting to earth. Maybe one circle is enough for you. Maybe you want to do 10 circles. That's up to you. And then release. Okay, let's get those hands going again. Open and close the hands, working the forearms and all the small muscles we have here, like blinking stars all the way up to the sky. Maybe reach and pick a few stars down. Reach and pick a few stars down. And then blinking all the way down. And when you get tired, keep on doing it a little bit longer. This is when we build strength. Pick some stars, bring them down, work with those fingers and hands and forearms. We need it when we open jars and doors. And then release. Okay, now arms back up in cactus. And then lifting knee to elbow, knee to elbow. And then if you want, you can cross the midline. Cross the midline. And here you can lift a little, or you can lift a lot. That's up to you. How much do you want to use that core? And then if you want to, you can move around. You can turn around and lift your knees. That's another possibility. Or walk around. Maybe walk backwards. And then eventually coming back to neutral. Okay, now open the fingers and then push something heavy away. Push coming into plank posture, standing plank posture. Just open up those fingers and push something away. Still breathing. And release. Okay, let's try that again. Open up the fingers, push something heavy away from you. Straighten those arms, widen the shoulders, neck is long. Stay there, just push it away. Be strong, just keep it away. And release. One more time. Open the fingers and push something away. Push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. Stand there. And now if you want to, you can add lifting the knee and stepping forward. Lift the knee and step forward. Lift the knee and step forward. And release. Okay. Now, hands on your hips. Okay. Now look at your feet. So we're gonna lift the leg out to the side, and I want to keep the toes pointing forward because I want to use the outside of my hip. If I turn the hip, I'm going to use different muscles. This time I want to keep the feet forward and lift just out to the side. Lift out to the side. You can do one leg a few times. You can hold it there if you have that balance. Always use the chair. And notice the outside of the hip working. And trying the other leg. And these are things we can do, when you're brushing your teeth or you're waiting for the bus or in the kitchen. These small exercises, it makes a difference if we just do it often, a few times often, makes a difference. So noticing where you feel this. Most people think going to feel it in the outside of the hip, both the standing and the lifting leg. Okay, now next one, we're going to kick ourselves in the butt. So I'm going to kick myself in the butt, kick in the butt, trying to get the knee to go backwards. So the tendency is to lift it that way, avoid that, and then kick backwards, kick backwards. And same here, I can choose to stand on the same spot, or I can walk around. I can walk backwards, forwards, I can walk in circles. All right. Let's do 3 sun salutations. So I want to start with I can use the chair or no chair. I'm going to not use the chair. Standing with feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. And then hold your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Start where you are. Start where you are. And release. Okay, now we're going to use the chair a little bit more. So we're going to start with a Sun A version. So I can keep my feet hip distance apart, or if I want to, I can keep, I can start in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. That's your choice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, and step back to plank posture. Spread the fingers. So we did this standing. You can use your feet to move back and forth a few times. Open up the back of your lower legs. And then eventually coming in to down dog. Now, shift the weight to the left foot, right heel comes off the floor. Hold that leg out back in front of you. I mean, behind you. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can bring knee to nose, and then back out, knee to right elbow, back out, knee to left elbow, back out, and then do this a few times. Another thing you can do is standing here. Stay, and then back. So play with this and find something that works for you. Doing a little bit longer than we want. We're looking for discomfort, not pain, discomfort. Building strength, little strength every day. And then eventually stepping in between your hands, let the back heel come down, finding warrior one. Maybe bringing the arms out, maybe like fly away somewhere. And then eventually bringing the elbows behind your back, holding on to your lower arm. Breathe into this. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can release one arm and bring it up, tapping yourself in between the shoulder blades. And then from here, we're going to move into warrior three. So release the arms, bring the arms in front of you, transfer the weight forward and lift that back leg off the floor. The toes are pointing down towards the floor. You can hold on to the chair, or you can take the fingertips just off the chair for a moment and notice how this feels. Or maybe all the way out into airplane arms. And stay a little bit longer than you want. Building strength. Notice where you feel this. And then bringing the hands down, feet together, bend your knees and come back up to standing. Okay, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank posture. Use your feet. Move back and forth a few times. And then finding down dog. Shift the weight to the right foot. Left foot comes off the floor. Toes are pointing down. You can stay here, or if you want to add on, you can bring knee to nose. And then back out, knee to left elbow. Back out, knee to right elbow. And then play around with this. Maybe bring knee to nose and stay there. Stay. Finding your version. There's so many ways of moving and building strength. This is just one of a million. And then eventually stepping the left foot in front of you or in between your hands, letting the right heel come down, finding warrior one. Let the arms come out wide, fly away. Where would you like to go? Maybe you want to revisit a place. Maybe you want to see something else. Are you going to fly, walk, bike, take the bus? And then placing the arms behind your back. Release the left arm or the other arm. Tap yourself in between the shoulder blades. And then from here, we're going to move to warrior three. So I'm going to release the arms, hold on to the chair, transfer the weight forward, coming up to warrior three. The toes are pointing down. the hip points are even. The tendency is that we open up the hip. That's like, then we don't find, we don't, if I keep the hips even, I'm going to work more with my outer hip. I can choose to keep the hands on the chair or maybe take them off for a moment, maybe bring them out in airplane mode. And we're going to stay here for a while, building strength. And then bringing the hands back to the chair, feet together and back to standing. Okay, one more standing sequence. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight to the left leg, right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves. Finding warrior two. And then add the arms. Add the arms. Moving the arms back and forth. If you like, you can reverse your warrior. And then you can go into extended side angle. Back to a flowing warrior two, moving. And then placing your hands on your hips, straighten that front knee and let the front hand slide down the front leg for Trikonasana, triangle posture. Maybe you want to bring the back arm up. And then coming back to warrior two, add some moving with the arms. And then from here, we're going to move into Ardash Andrasana. So I'm going to transfer the weight forward. I'm going to hold on to the chair. I'm going to lift that back leg off the floor. And then we can just build some strength. Lift and lower a few times. And then maybe lift the leg a little bit higher, 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 higher. Hold it a little bit longer than you want. And then back with feet together. Let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up your pelvic half, finding warrior two. Adding the arms. And then finding reverse warrior. Moving into extended side angle. Back to warrior two, moving the arms. And then hands on your hips, straighten that front knee. Let the front hand slide down the front leg for Trikonasana. Maybe bringing up the back hand towards the sky. And then coming back to warrior two, add some arms. And then from here, we're going to do the Ardash Andrasana. So I'm going to transfer the weight forward. I'm going to hold on to the chair. I'm going to lift that back foot. Look at the big toe. And then lift and lower, building strength in that outer hip. And maybe hold it up high. And then lift it a little higher. Hold it, build some strength. Hold it a little bit longer than you want to. And then lower and lift. Lower and lift. And then hold it. Lower and lift. And then eventually coming back to standing. Okay, one last thing before we go into the meditation. So we're going to come down on the mat a little bit with our knees. So this is, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. You can just look at me and see if maybe this will work for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway up. Now, spread the fingers so you're steady on the chair. Step the feet back a little bit and then release the knees down. Open up the toes, stand up tall. Maybe place your hands in your back pockets. Now from here, place your forearms on the chair. Keep the hands, you can even clasp the hands and create a triangle. So my elbows are in the corners of the chair. I'm going to engage the core. I'm going to lean onto my arms and then lift the knees off the floor and then coming up to dolphin posture. Armpits are moving towards my feet. We're going to stay here for a little bit longer. Bring awareness to your breathing. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, bend the knees. Place the hands on the chair, walk a little bit forward. Check in here for a while. The head has been down now for a while, so stay here for a moment. And then bend the knees again and come up to standing. And then just notice how you feel right now. Okay, so let's get ready for 10 minutes of seated meditation. So all we have to do is actually just sit and observe. And I'm going to read this little paragraph from Pema Chodron, the American Buddhist nun. And then I'm going to be quiet. Seated meditation can be done what I like to do. I keep my feet hip distance apart, hands on my knees, paying attention to my sitting bones. Crown of the head is moving up. Pit of the belly goes in and up. Shoulders are wide, neck is long. And my awareness is on the breathing. So this is usually what happens. I start with noticing the inhale and the exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then I'm going to start thinking about, where did I put that stuff? Or what am I going to have for lunch? Or I'm start thinking. And then after a while, I notice that I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to bring my attention back to my breathing. And then I do that and I notice the inhale and the exhale. Inhale and the exhale. And then the mind goes again. Oh, those paintings are kind of sideways. I think I must remember to fix those paintings when I finish this class. And then the thinking starts. Da, 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 da. And then I notice that I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I bring my awareness back to the breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And that's what a meditation practice looks like for most people that I know. Okay, so I'm just going to read this. Right here is a good place to start. Start where you are. This is very important. Meditation practice is not about later, when you get it all together, and you're this person you really respect. You may be the most violent person in the world. That's a fine place to start. That's a very rich place to start. Juicy, smelly. You might be the most depressed person in the world, the most addicted person in the world, the most jealous person in the world. You might think that there are no others on the planet who hate themselves as much as you do. All of that is a good place to start. Just where you are. That's the place to start. All right, so we have 8 minutes to practice meditation. Found in your seat, checking in with earth, sitting bones, crown of the head, hands on your knees. And just focus on your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Gently move your spine a few times back and forth, cat-cow. Checking in with earth, lifting heels and toes. Opening the hands a few times, open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me today. Start where you are.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.